So this is the ASUS Zephyrus S. This is the GX701, the 17-inch model. Same design as the previous one, but the big thing to take away is that you now can buy it with a 9750H and a full-size RTX 2070. Now from a design standpoint, it's the exact same thing. Brushed aluminum, ROG logo, under 6 pounds, has a gamer vibe to it, but it's not overbearing to the point where you'd be embarrassed to take this into a coffee shop. Port setup is exactly the same, so I'm not gonna go over all of it, but I will say that it doesn't have a Thunderbolt 3 port. Upgrades, a little bit different. You can't upgrade much in this thing. It comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM soldered onto the motherboard, so you can put up an extra 16 gigabytes of RAM in here, giving you a total of 32. There's only one M2 slot, and right now there's a 1 terabyte NVMe M2 drive in here. That is replaceable, but I don't think you're gonna be upgrading it anytime soon. Now the big thing is the display. I absolutely love this display. It's 17 inches, has good color accuracy, supports G-Sync, it's 144 Hertz, pretty bright, and the best part is it comes factory calibrated or Pantone validated for the best color accuracy. So just like the previous model, there is no webcam on this laptop. What ASUS did instead was they included an external webcam in the box. The upside to this is that it's a better webcam than any other gaming laptop that I've tested. This is a TP webcam, much better, which is great for those people that are planning on using their laptops to live stream on Twitch. Now, battery life is interesting because if you don't enable NVIDIA Optimus, you get really poor battery life. I'm talking about like 2 to 3 hours of use before needing to charge. But if you enable Optimus, I was able to push this thing to 5 to 6 hours of use before needing to charge. That's pretty impressive for a laptop with this much power. The other cool thing is you don't need to charge it with the 230 watt power brick that comes with it. You could actually take a USB Type-C charger from an Ultrabook like this one I have here from Lenovo and charge it using the USB Type-C port. So sound is coming out of two 2.5 watt speakers on the top. They face you, they sound amazing, it gets loud, it doesn't distort. Hands down, one of the better speakers you can get on a gaming laptop. I also like the little things, like the fact that you have a volume scroll wheel, something you don't get on other gaming laptops. It feels great, and also has this little clicky noise whenever you mute and unmute it. So performance is where this thing really shines. Like I said, I have the 9750H with an RTX 2070, and it beat out every single 2070 Max-Q laptop that I tested, as it should. But surprisingly, it also beat out the MSI GS75, which has a 2080 Max-Q. In fact, the only 2080 Max-Q that beat this laptop by only a little bit is the Acer Triton 500. That tells me the raw power of the 2070 combined with a good thermal solution really pushes this thing to its full potential. In fact, when I was running ASUS, which is pretty heavy on the CPU, it maintained an average clock speed of 3.5 to 3.6 gigahertz. Other laptops that are this thin or even a little bit thicker would struggle. They would be averaged around 2.0 to 2.8. And the way they did this was by making some really weird but kind of neat design tricks. Instead of having the keyboard directly in the middle, they push it all the way down, and the top portion acts as an air vent. The bottom, which ASUS calls an ergo hinge, lifts the laptop up so that the air can flow out through the bottom. You have 2 vents on the side plus 1 on the bottom. This really increases the airflow potential. Now, because of that, you do get an awkward keyboard, and to be quite honest, I actually don't mind it. The typing experience is nice and comfortable as long as you're on a table. However, if you're planning on using this on your lap, it is a nightmare. If you're a left-handed person like myself, you're definitely not gonna like this touchpad. It's just on the wrong side. This is like the bane of your existence. The last thing I want to mention is fan noise. This does get quite loud under full load, over 60 decibels, which means it's one of the louder laptops on the market. But when you're not gaming or pushing it to its full potential, this thing is actually quite quiet. So here's the bottom line. The ASUS Zephyrus S GX701 is hands down the best thermally cooled laptop that is this thin that I've ever tested. It's really expensive, and you know what? I don't blame them for pricing it what they're pricing it at, because at the end of the day, you're paying for cooling that it's really hard to get on any other laptop. Let's take the MacBook Pro for example. That thing is more expensive to this, has less performance, and gets significantly hotter. Sometimes you have to make a couple of design sacrifices in order to get the best performance, and I think that's exactly what ASUS did here. Anyways, that wraps up my review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like this laptop? Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.